Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the candy shop. We are going to get into it today. We're just going to do a fun recap of the ladies who list for season 1, their new debut season. We're just going to go through it and it'll be good. So as you guys come in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and share this with a friend so we can talk our conspiracy theories together. Let me find my notes, you guys. I was just doing a podcast interview, so I gotta find my notes for the ladies who list, and I know it's in here. Okay, here we go. All right. So as you come in, be sure to say hi. Put your name in the chat box. Drop your candy canes. Say hello so we can have a good, fun kiki and we can get into it. All right. So as you guys know, Quiana is not coming back for season 2 of Ladies Who List. And I understand why. I don't think that she was emotionally in the place to be on the show. And I say that because I feel like she got triggered a lot and very, very easily. And yes, we see this a lot in reality TV with our reality stars. They can sort of pop off. They are at varying levels of emotion and emotional intelligence, but it got to the point where it was kind of uncomfortable to watch. Like I feel like she was going through so much with like her child, trying to like have a child journey. She just, and again, obviously I'm not a doctor, I'm not trying to diagnose anybody, but it seemed like she had, to me, what seemed like very like codependent tendencies. Like in the confessional, she would talk about how she would never take care of herself and she would even sacrifice her own happiness because she felt like she had to support everybody, like her family and like the husband. I don't know. I'm not saying she was supporting the husband. I'm not sure about that. But she sort of had to take care of everyone. And you could see how stressed out she was. And I think that reality television can sometimes be a mirror, and what you see back you might not be ready to see back. So I think that Quiana saying that the show was too much drama and that's why she wasn't coming back isn't true. I think that she probably saw things in herself that she probably knows she probably needs to work on, because at the like, I forgot what they were they like Scorpios or something like that, but at the birthday cowboy thing, Quiana really ruined the whole event and ruined the whole thing because she was so triggered by Robyn saying, well, people without children don't understand X, Y, and Z. I understood where Quiana was coming from because I too get annoyed when people say that. I am a woman who does not want to have children. And so I think that sometimes in our society, if you're a woman and you don't have children, people are like, well, you can't relate. You don't have kids, or, your life is different, or, you're selfish, or you don't have the same responsibilities. You don't have this, like, you must have all the time in the world, blah, 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 blah. But that's actually not true. Like, I get what Quiana was saying, but I think that she was so triggered because she's on her trying to have a child's IVF journey, where Robyn really wasn't even talking to Quiana or about Quiana. So I get that it was triggering, but I think that kind of speaks to where Quiana is on her emotional journey. And so I understand her not wanting to return for the next season. And as you guys come in, drop your candy canes, say hi, and let me know where you're listening from and any questions you have about the girls. So next up is Crystal. Okay, you guys, I can't stand Crystal. I'm just going to be transparent. I don't like girls like that. You know what I mean? Those like nice, nasty girls who are the embodiment of a frenemy. Like every single chance she got, she took a jab at Robyn. But I'll also say this. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. But I'll also say this. I don't believe. Sorry. I don't believe that Robyn and Crystal were actually friends. I don't believe it. Sorry. I think that was a storyline Hey, Young Rich, what is up? Hey, it's okay. You right on time. You're right on time. I gotta get a cough drop, you guys. I apologize. Okay. You are not late, sweetheart. You are right on time. Because I'm about to get into Crystal. I am about to get into Crystal. Crystal is a mean, nasty girl and is the epitome of a frenemy. Every chance she got, she took a shot at Robyn. She is not Robyn's friend. She doesn't even like Robyn. She clowns Robyn. Tiffany, who I love and I think was the MVP of the show, saw right through her from jump and was just like, I don't know her. I don't mess with her. She's not my person. She's not my vibe. I'm Team Tiffany 1,000%. Crystal, miss me with your BS. It really irritates me when people are like, I'm just direct. I'm just honest. And people just think that that's being bitchy. No, it's being mean. It's being rude. There's a difference between being honest and direct and being a jerk. Crystal, you're a jerk. There's a difference. A lot of mean people will hide behind saying they're honest, they're direct, when they're really just being nasty. And to me, that's a Crystal. You're not being honest or direct, you're just being jerky. And I also feel there's something fraudulent about Crystal. Like, I just don't buy her. Like, I think there's something off about Crystal. First of all, am I the only one that was so disappointed by this alleged poly party? The alleged poly party. I was expecting some whips, some chains, some oil. I was expecting it at least to be held indoors. I was expecting some 50 Shades of Grey. I was expecting something. But this poly party literally just looked like a stale cookout barbecue that only the third cousin showed up to. Am I the only one? Hey, Tanisha. She goes, hey, Candy, happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you too, sweetheart. What's up? Like, am I the only one that was disappointed by that poly party? I wanted some whips. I wanted Mr. Grey. Like, I'm really confused. Miss me with the poly party. It was really bizarre and super weird. And wasn't it also weird how all of a sudden Crystal had this alleged boyfriend? When wasn't she saying to Kira, oh, I just went through a breakup too, so I understand, blah, 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 blah. But then literally the next breath, she had some boyfriend. And then why was the poly party guy jealous or upset when literally it's poly multiple, so it shouldn't have even been a problem or an issue? None of it is making sense. I liked the show until the season finale, because then I was just like, this is kind of like a hot mess. Crystal giving out awards made no sense to me. That was a hot mess. Crystal, bye. Miss me with all of this. April B. It was giving me senior skip day vibes. Right? Right? Like, I was just like, I'm so confused. Like, this was the poly party that Crystal was hyping. Literally, they were just on like a picnic bench with some Kool-Aid and some Doritos. I didn't even see hot dogs or hamburgers. Like, it was the most bizarre thing to me. Like, it literally made no sense. I'm like, this isn't a poly party. This is like a gather. Like, I don't even know what it was. I was really disappointed in that. But Crystal is a snake. Oh, and another reason why I'm calling BS on Crystal and Robyn having actually have been friends, I think their whole like, we're best friends, I think that was just a complete lie. I think that these are two women who casually knew each other, either got an idea for a reality show or saw a casting for the reality show Ladies Who List, got together, created a scheme, said, let's pretend we're best friends, and that'll give us a hook onto the show. Because Crystal, multiple times throughout the season, had never spoken to her therapist about Robyn. Her therapist didn't know who Robyn was. Her father did not know who Robyn was. Her mother did not know who Robyn was. How is Robyn your best friend when nobody else in your life has even heard you talk about her? The slip is showing. I'm not mad at the game. I'm not mad at saying, hey girl, let's front and get on this show. It's reality TV. It's all fake. It's all scripted. It's all bizarre. You know what I mean? So, girl, do you. But don't be sloppy with it because now the work is showing. If you're lying about being best friends with someone, give the therapist a heads up. Give your father the heads up. Give your mother the heads up. Hey, listen, I know I'm saying this girl's my best friend. I know you've never heard of her, but just roll with it. Not rock with me, nod and smile. Like, at least pretend. So Crystal can miss me with everything. She was always giving Robyn passive aggressive digs. I think there's a part of her life that is fraudulent. She was going through a breakup, but she had the boyfriend, the poly party that wasn't. Her also trying to this is another reason why Crystal's a snake. Trying to recruit Kira when she knew that Kira was basically working with Tiffany. That's really super dirty. Like, this is the thing in business. If you want to go and find someone to work with and they're working with somebody else, that's fine. Like, it's business. You can woo them. You can do the fancy lunches to get the client or whatever it is. That's fine. But when you have a pre-existing relationship with the person that they are exclusively working for, to me, it's bad business not to go to that person and say, hey, listen, I know you're working with Kira. I would love to work with her too. Just wanted to, talk to you about it, blah, 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 to see how you feel. So I get Tiffany, she's like, don't be all up in my face acting like you want to be my friend and boo-hooing when I don't mess with you, when really you're being a snake behind my back trying to steal one of my clients. And being like, oh, I'll give you 50% off. Like, see, that's why I think there's something fraudulent with Crystal. Again, this is alleged, just for fun, just a good kiki. Don't come after me, Crystal. I just think there's something off about her. Like, I just don't buy into her personality and I don't buy into her story. I think that she is putting on airs, putting on a front. I don't think we ever actually saw who the real Crystal is. I think we saw Crystal's representative. But I love Tiffany. I thought she was real. I thought she was authentic. I love that she is now being a mental health advocate and making, destigmatizing it. I thought she was cool. I thought she was real. I think we saw who Tiffany was. Again, earlier I talked about Quiana. Quiana did not leave because of drama. I think Quiana left for her own emotional and mental stability. And again, I am not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anyone. This is all just my opinion. But I think that she was going through a really stressful time. And I think she saw herself on the show and probably realized she needed some time to like heal and cope with stuff because it's a lot. She displayed what seemed to me sort of like codependent attributes. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anybody. And then also the IVF journey. That's a lot. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. And I do understand her. She's a woman of a particular age, not even old. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to like societal pressures and biological clocks and all of that. So that is a very stressful, hard time. So I get it. But I would have respected Quiana more. But again, it goes back to her emotional limitations because she could never admit on the show. And it was infuriating that she was hurt. The entire series, Quiana was hurting. Her feelings were hurt because she thought Robyn said $500 a file when Robyn said $500 total. Her feelings were hurt when she thought that Robyn was saying, women with people without children don't understand. She took it personally when Robyn wasn't even talking about her. Her feelings were hurt then. Her feelings were hurt a lot throughout the show, but she never once said my feelings are hurt. Even when people said, "Oh, you like did this like trigger you or something going on with you?" Not trigger because that's a buzzword. Are you hurt by this? No, I'm not hurt. No, it's not. It was just like this complete disconnect between how clearly this woman was hurt and in pain, but how clearly she was so disassociated from it, she couldn't admit it. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm not surprised that Quiana couldn't be honest and just say, hey, listen, I was, or I still am, going through a really difficult time. And I saw some stuff that come out on that show that I know I need to work on. But instead it's, no, the show is too much drama. To be honest with you, I don't think the show was too much drama. At the end, I actually think it was a little flat. Like, I didn't even realize the show was over when I was watching the last episode. I was like, oh, this is it? And I thought that the last episode, honestly, was kind of hokey. Like, it just seemed really hokey to me. And I feel like the show had more potential than that, if that makes sense. I feel like the last episode didn't really represent the show. And I also felt sort of like, one thing I did like is I like that they used the women's lives and they also still showed them selling property. Like on so many episodes, they had them sell property, buy property, meet with clients, and do that. So I really did appreciate that aspect of it. Hey guys, what is up? April B, the math ain't mathin' with that friendship. Thank you. Thank you. That was a fake storyline. Hey Pamela, she goes hashtag fake storyline. Completely fake. Hey Tanisa, love you, Candy. I love you too, sweetheart. What is up? Hey April B, the math ain't mathing. No, the math is not mathing. I call BS on that friendship, on all of it. Hey Vodka, what's up, sweetheart? How are you? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you too. Hey Velda says hello. Miss Edwards, was Quiana at the reunion? I hope she comes back. I haven't seen the reunion or anything coming out with them, but Quiana had announced that she wasn't coming back for season 2. Didn't she do an interview with what's his name? Not DJ Richie's guy. I can see his face. You guys help me. Who did she do the interview with? It's not DJ Richie, it's Kimpire. I think she did the interview with Kimpire, where she was saying that she wasn't coming back for the next season because it was too much drama, when I really believe the truth is she's just not emotionally in a place to navigate a reality TV show. And that is okay. Like, everyone isn't built to be on reality TV. Like, it's built for certain people. And I think that Quiana, again, like, I just want to be respectful. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anybody. But I think that Quiana has some emotional stuff she probably needs to deal with. A lot of codependent tendencies. It seems like a lot of stress, a lot of not being in touch with her own feelings and her own emotions, and not being able to communicate how she feels. She just seemed like the whole season to me, Quiana felt like this. She just felt like just like ready to pop at any moment. She just felt very just like this the whole season. Like, I don't know. So I hope that she takes some time off and she takes care of herself and she gets everything together. Let's see what else. Tiana. I love Tiana. But the thing about Tiana to me is almost like too normal, where she can play the sidekick to Tiffany, but I don't know if I would miss Tiana. Like, it took me a while to know what her name was. Is that anybody else feel that way? Let me know. Like, I like Tiana, love her. I think she's a great spirit. I think she's beautiful. She's super successful. She's really cool. But I kind of felt like, like lukewarm. You know what I mean? Kimpire, yes, thank you. Yes. Hey, Young Rennie, one of the girls said she was there. I think it was Tiffany. Well, the thing is, you can still come to the reunion for that season, but not return for the next season. But I hope she comes back, like you said. Like, this is the thing. I hope she comes back if she's ready to be real. Like, I feel like Quiana wore a mask and Crystal wore a mask, but in 2 different ways. Like, I think Crystal, to me, I just don't buy Crystal. I don't buy into her. I think she's putting on a front. I don't think we ever saw who the real Crystal was. I think she was wearing a mask. We saw her representative. I think Quiana also was wearing a mask, but from a different place. More of that emotionally stunted, stressed out, codependent, not in touch with yourself place mask that she was wearing, if that makes sense. When it comes to Kira, exactly, Velda. Exactly. I still don't know which one she is. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to Tiana, it's like she's great. And I used to get Tiana and Tiffany confused a little bit. But they're obviously different. And Tiffany, to me, has much more of a personality. She much more stands out. Yeah, Wanda says she's not coming back. She has several other businesses she's focusing on. See, that's the thing. That's what I mean. Like, I wish she just would have been honest about the real reason why she's not coming back. She's not coming back because I think that emotionally she wasn't ready for it. That's what I really think it is. Because if you have so many other businesses you're focusing on, what better platform than a reality TV show to showcase those businesses? Reality TV show, shooting a reality TV show when you have other businesses doesn't really take away from it, it adds to it. That's why the majority of people on reality TV shows are out there trying to build a business, trying to create a brand, trying to create a product, trying to be an entrepreneur. I just would have respected Quiana more if she just would have been more honest about it, if that makes sense. And then Kira surprised me in a good way because I thought that Kira was really pretty and sweet, but like a little ditzy, not in a negative way, not trying to like not talking. I don't mean ditzy as in like not educated or not smart, because I think she's extremely smart. I think she's very savvy, super successful. But Kira did kind of have that, you unfollowed me on Instagram and that means something. And I get it. Like, on being unfollowed on Instagram does mean something. But at the same time, it's like, let's weigh what's going on here. Like, for me, if I was at a business dinner and someone was giving me a business proposition and they unfollowed me on Instagram, that would not be the time to talk about that, to me, if that makes sense. Like, let's keep it about the business. Let's keep it about the money. Let's keep it about the project. Instagram is Instagram, if that makes sense. Like, it's apples to oranges. But she surprised me in a good way when she saw the Crystal's BS. When she had the conversation with Tiana and she was just like, Crystal's taking me out to these dinners and trying to get to know me and blah, 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 blah. But is she only doing it because she wants my business? And it's just like, duh, of course she does. She wasn't really doing it to get to know you, which is another reason why I don't buy Crystal. I don't know what her real story is. Because when she was trying to woo Kira, the whole time she was saying how I was in a long relationship too, and we broke up, and that was hard. I understand you, Kira. And then it was like, oh, I'm going to the poly party with this guy I've known forever. Then at the poly party, oh, by the way, I have a boyfriend. Like, what, Crystal? How? Where? When? So confused. Like, Crystal's story doesn't add up. Like, I don't buy Crystal. I just don't. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see what they're saying in the chat. Hey, Young Rich. Tiana is the one that looks like Tracy Braxton. She does kind of look like Tracy Braxton. That's true. Young Rich, do you think Quiana really have 101 businesses? I don't know. From what we saw on the show, she only had the one, which is literally way more than enough. Like, it's seemingly, it was super successful in a lot. But again, I don't buy the fact that you're not coming back because you want to focus on your business and there was too much drama on the show. Literally, that's the assignment. Showcasing your business and creating drama. Like, that's literally the only assignment for reality TV. So it doesn't make sense she's saying that's why she's leaving it. Like, you knew what it was. And to be perfectly honest, this show was really not that dramatic. Like, it really, like, their fights were, and for reality TV, I'm not talking about real life. In real life, I want no drama. I want no fighting. I want just peace, kumbaya. But for reality TV, to be perfectly honest, nothing really happened in this show. You had two girls who were pretending to be friends, and it was obvious that was fake. You had one girl being fake. You had Quiana, who was emotionally stunted. You had Tiana, who was like really pretty, doing the damn thing. You had Tiffany, who was the same. Like, what actually happened in this show? Like, I liked watching Black women on TV, but like, what actually happened in the show? You know what I mean? For it to be like, I'm leaving because of it. In reality, it seems like a pretty tame show. Like, look at Love and Marriage Huntsville. Look at The Real Housewives. What happened on Ladies Who List was pretty tame. You see what I'm saying? And I also felt like the last episode, like the season finale, just seemed really weird to me. It didn't seem like it was a part of the show. It seemed like a standalone episode. It didn't seem to fit. Like, it was just bizarre. Hey Velda, which one was the fair skin closing attorney? Tiffany. Tiffany. Tiffany was the fair skin closing attorney. Yeah, Tiffany. Hey Pamela. It took 3+ years for them to develop the show, and I think Robyn and Crystal became friends during the process. They are work best friends. Pamela, you're telling me it took them 3+ years to develop what we just saw? You know what, guys? Yesterday I was on one, and I went off about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. If you missed that rant, you need to go back and watch it, because yesterday I was on one about Bravo and the executives and the decisions that they make. Pamela, I am now on one about OWN TV and their producers. Listen, Bravo executives, listen, OWN TV executives. If you actually need someone who can do the damn job, call me. I don't understand how it took more than 3 years for them to develop what we just saw. Let me know if I'm tripping or you agree, because I was just saying nothing happened in this show. It was actually pretty nice. You just had a bunch of women fighting over who followed who on Instagram, who misunderstood something about $500 flat fee, 2 people being frenemies, and flipping and selling houses. Nobody got into any physical altercation, thank God. The whole, like, Crystal, you touched me, girl, miss me with that. Miss me with that. Nobody cheated on anybody's man. Nobody pulled anybody's hair. Like, as far as we know, nobody has been, like, actually fraudulent. Like these other shows, people are going to, like, federal court about stuff. It took them 3.5 years to develop that. Give me the budget. Give me the budget and a team, and I could develop a better show in a year or less than what we just got. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm in my feelings right now. 3.5 years? Hey, Valda, Crystal and Robyn are dysfunctional friends. Yeah, they're dysfunctional friends, and I also don't think that they're real friends, because even at the end, did you guys read the card where it was this, where they were like, Robyn and Crystal have had another falling out and ended their friendship? What friendship? They only became friends for the show. 1,000%. Hey Nihar, hi Candy watching the chat. Hi, how are you? Hey Young Rich, maybe they must have had it hard pitching it to networks and cast changing. Maybe, but still, baby, if I'm spending 3+ years of my life developing a show, it's going to be better than that. And I'm not knocking ladies who list, but you know what I mean? Hey Pam, she goes, I saw interviews from the cast and they explained that the producers had more than 7 women with a different concept. Wow. When OWN picked it up, they narrowed down the women and changed the concept. Got you. But still, I'm saying 3.5, like, still. That OWN TV people, call me. Call me. Because I'm sure we could have done something different here. We could have done something different. Call me, call me, call me. Woo, you guys. All right. I think that's it for Ladies Who List. I felt underwhelmed by the end of it, but hopefully we'll get the reunion. Maybe they will spice it up. Maybe something will happen there and we'll get a more kiki. But if you really want to see me on one, go watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap I did. I was on one yesterday. So yes, but if you're having fun, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share with a friend. The concept change was not explained to cast, and that's why Miss Q is mad. Okay. This is the same thing. Do you guys remember when the reunion for Love and Marriage Huntsville and the cast said the same thing, and Marceau said that's why he was mad, because he thought it was going to be about real estate, but then they changed it to Love and Marriage Huntsville and all that stuff. But this is the thing. It's like, even her saying that, I still, and like, let me know if you agree or disagree. I still don't buy it when it comes to Quiana. That's why she isn't coming back. Because the concept of the show literally is exactly what she should have wanted it to be if she wants to focus on the businesses. She got to showcase her business. She had an event. It was all about real estate, and that's exactly what her business is. She got to talk about her IVF journey, which I thought was actually really powerful, and I'm happy that she shared it. So, what did she expect it to be if it wasn't that? Do you know what I mean? Like, what did she think the show was going to be about if it wasn't about her life and her business? So again, I just don't buy Quiana's excuse. I really think it took an emotional toll on her. I think she saw things in herself while watching it back, and she just doesn't want to come back because of it. And the thing is, if she was honest, it's like she's doing what she did the entire show. She was actually hurt the entire show, but she would just be defensive and combative and never admit the fact that she was hurt. And I think that's what she's doing now. She's making all of these excuses. Oh, it's too much drama. Oh, I'm focusing on my business. Oh, it wasn't the concept change. I didn't know. Well, which one is it, Quiana? Is it too much drama? Is it focusing on your business? Is it not the right concept? I really just think that emotionally she probably just needs to take a break. And the thing is, I would respect her so much more if she were honest about it, because I get that. To me, that makes sense. That flies with my gut check. Because if you watch the show and you watch Quiana, I think she was in a woman who was really stressed out. I think she was in a lot of pain. I think that she was tired from taking care of everyone in her family. She even said it. She said, "I feel I take care of everyone in my family. Even I sacrifice my own happiness." And then she said she wants to start learning and doing more to start putting herself first. And I think that was the most honest thing she said the entire season, because you can just see it in her. That's why she would pop off so much. That's why she took everything so deeply personal. Robyn did not say $500 per file. I don't believe that for a second. I do believe that's what Quiana heard, and that's what she said, because that was the emotional place that she was in. And then again, that's why she popped off at the ranch, because she was going through her own IVF journey. And all of that I understand and have compassion for, but she has to let us in a little bit and stop pretending to be this brick wall and being all of this stuff when we clearly see that's not the case. And even the women were like, let us know what you're going through. Talk to us. You know, if you tell us what you're going through, then we can know to be more sensitive. We can know to watch out for what we say. But if you don't tell us what you're going through, how do we know what will affect you or not? And she was just like, no, I'm not hurt. I'm fine. Did I hate when people say it? Like, just completely combative, completely dismissive, not even being open to it. And I think that is why she's not coming back. I don't buy it with the concept. It's actually, I think it's a great concept. I think they could execute it a little bit better, but I think it's a great concept. And there wasn't that much drama, to be honest. And as a businesswoman, I feel like if you have the opportunity to be on a reality TV show, you should take it. But that's just me. That's just sort of like how I feel about it. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okie dokie. Hey, Young Rich, Bravo know better. We not getting Roa till May. I know. Hey, Nihar, did you see Robyn's interview on the ladies panel? I didn't, but I gotta check it out. I will definitely check it out. I really like Robyn. I really like her. Who's the producer for Ladies to List? I don't know, but I know it's produced by Own TV, but I don't know the producers themselves. Hey, Wanda, Quiana wanted to be the queen of the show and was mad because other women got more shine than her. That I would believe as well. That I would believe as well. I think to me that tracks more. I would believe that too. Hey, Nihar, Pam. So her baby was based on the old concept being messy, and she could have been the star, but she fumbled the bag. Hey Pamela. She goes, she quit and the network started to show more of the business in the last couple of episodes. Oh. Hey Young Rach, it feels like it went in a different mindset and it didn't get into it. Yeah. Hey Pamela. She goes, I'm not picking up for just carrying the bone. Yes, yes, we know. And thank you for carrying the bone, man. You gave us some good juicy stuff to talk about. So thank you, Pamela. Bring that bone. Everybody, all the candy canes, be the bone collectors. Come on. Thank you, Pamela. Young Rit says, bring it into fruition. Exactly. Hey, Nihar at Young Rich Skinny. She went into thinking she was going to be the Nini, but ended up being a kid. I love you, candy canes, because no lies detected. Because again, you're exactly right. Candace also still has that same, like, again, I'm not a doctor, not diagnosing, but she also has that stunted emotional growth. Takes everything so personally, is very quick to be defensive and pop off, doesn't really listen, and wants to be HBIC. Honestly, to me, I felt like Robyn was the HBIC, but the MVP was Tiffany. Let's see what you guys say. Hey, Irish at Nimi. Oh, Candace is a star of Potomac, so we ain't gonna do that, LOL. But I don't think that was Kiana's mindset. See, Young Rich, I actually think I agree with that. I think that Quiana did have the mindset of wanting to be the queen bee. I do think she thought she was going to be the HBIC. And maybe she didn't like the concept because it was more equal and they were giving shine to other people. And you know, I am not a Candace fan. So you know, I'm not thinking Candace is the queen of Potomac. She's more like the court gesture. Let's see. At Nihar. Oh, wait. Nihar Young Rich, the Grand Dame will take issue with that, LOL. Yes! I agree. The Grand Dame. She's HBIC. Yep. I love it. Hey, Young Rich, Roy approached Quiana 3 times and she declined each time. Owen approached her about a listing show about businesses, so she thought, wow, this is a way to show my business to more people, and it didn't work. It didn't work out that way. Yeah, but the thing is, again, I'm not trying to bash Quiana. Don't get me wrong. But even with that statement, I call BS. Because if you actually watch the show, she really did showcase her business. And the show really did showcase all of the women's businesses. They showcased Crystal. They showcased Tiana. They showcased Robyn. They showcased Tiffany. They showcased Quiana. And Kira. Can't forget about little Kiki. They really showcased these women more so. I mean, selling Tampa got all this smoke. Everyone was like, they're not selling real estate, blah 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 blah, which I actually did not appreciate and I don't agree with. I think sometimes people just want to find a problem where a problem doesn't exist. But how is it, you know what I mean? Like, but on the show, Ladies Who List, I think they really did showcase their business. Quiana had a whole 1-year anniversary. You know, Quiana was shown, you know, selling and doing whatever she was doing, you know, and then Tiffany coming in and doing her thing. So they did have those moments. Again, I just call BS with Quiana. I think it's what we were saying. I think it's one, she had the mindset that she was going to be the HBIC. And when that didn't happen, she probably got in her feelings. And 2, I think that emotionally, maybe she wasn't prepared for it. And when she actually got into it and realized this is what the assignment is, and realized maybe she wasn't built for it in a moment, now she wants to blame it on all of the other stuff. And I totally get it. It's a human thing. You realize maybe I got in over my head. You see that maybe, you know, everybody wants to blame production and blame editing and all of that stuff. Blame the concept, whatever. When you realize that, like, maybe you weren't in the right place to be on reality TV in that moment. And to me, that seems to track more when it comes to Quiana. I think she's beautiful. I think she's successful. But I think that that moment in her time, she was really stressed out about IVF and trying to have a child. I think that, again, I'm not a doctor, but she did display some codependent things, not taking care of herself, sacrificing her own happiness for everybody else, feeling like she has to be the breadwinner for her entire family. That is a very stressful place to be. So I get it. I just wish she would have opened up, because it's like, I forgot who said it, but she did fumble the bag. And the reason why she fumbled the bag was because she did not show up authentically. I think that because if you really look at the people we love and we stan, they show up as themselves, for better or for worse, villain or not villain. They show up. Like, look at Robyn. Robyn showed up as who she was. She was like, this is me. And everybody loved Robyn. Even the villain, even Crystal. Crystal still showed up who she was, a fake, nasty snake, but that's who she is. We may not be a team Crystal, but we know who Crystal is. We're talking about her. She gave us a good kiki. She made it interesting. But with Quiana, I just feel like she just wasn't in the place for it. And not being in the place for it, but then also not being in a place to be honest about what was going on. Because the reason why she fumbled the bag was because she had so many opportunities to not, because the thing is, when you connect to the other women on the show, essentially what you're doing is actually connecting to us. So when you have a barrier, when you break down, when you put a wall up with your castmates, essentially what you're doing is you're putting a barrier up and a wall up with us. She had opportunities to become the HBIC, and she would have done that by showing up authentically. For example, when she had her lunch with Robyn, and Robyn was like, no, I said 500 flat. And she was like, oh, and she said, oh, I heard you said 500 per file. If she had actually taken that, and the confessionals was like a little fun and kind of poked fun at herself, and was like, you know what, I can't believe I like misheard, like I can't believe that happened, like whatever, but I'm so happy we're good now, like da 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 da. If she actually showed her humanity and kind of was able to be like self-deprecating in a good way, I think she would have won us over more. But for her to look at Robyn and be like, oh well, okay, well we're good, but whatever, and like in the confessionals and be like, I know what I heard, I don't mishear. It's just like, okay, that's a disconnect. She didn't give us anything to connect to. Another time she fumbled the bag, we talk about it at the ranch. She had the opportunity to open up to the women and say, hey, Robyn, you saying, women without children or people without children don't understand really hurts me. And it affects me because I'm about to turn 40 and I'm trying to have a child with my husband. My husband has children, but I don't. We're going through IVF. The first time it didn't work out. We're thinking about it again. And I'm in a really tough place. I think all of those women would have rallied around her. And then we would have rallied around her. Because your true power and influence doesn't lie in trying to be perfect. It actually lies when you show your imperfections and you allow yourself to be human. And I think that's where Quiana really messed up. Because she had I think she has a lot going on. A lot going on. But she didn't let anybody in. And I think if she would have let us in, because when you let your castmates in, you're essentially letting the audience in, I think it would have went very differently for her. But she had opportunities to really put the wall down, and she didn't. And that's why she's now blaming, oh, the concept, oh, I want to focus on my business, oh, it's too much drama. No, the problem, Quiana, is the fact that you didn't let your wall down. And we weren't able to buy into you, because I actually think Quiana had a lot to offer. Talking about, dealing with being almost because she turned 40 on the show, being a 40-year-old woman with no children, but wanting children, going through IVF, being a woman who grew up poor, and then was able to build, you know, this successful business, but you still have the mentality that you have to make sure everybody eats and you have to take care of everybody else, even to the detriment of yourself. Those are great storylines. Those are great opportunities to connect with us. But when you act like nothing affects you, when you act defensive and stonewall everyone, then we can't go on that journey with you. And that's a reason why we love the Ninis and we love the people like that, because yeah, they're boisterous and they're funny and they're great, but they invite us into their pain and they invite us into their journey. And that's why we ride so hard for them, because we are invested in what happens to them because they let us in. And I think that was Quiana's missed opportunity. So hopefully she changes her mind and she comes back season 2, but she actually comes back ready to open up. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Pamela said not the court chest. Young Rich says, do OWN pay good checks? I don't know, but like, I want that Oprah money. Hopefully they do. I don't know. Hey, Nihar. Kira is going to jump ship and moving over to selling Miami with Sherelle. Watch. Getting Florida license is the clue. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Hey, Young Rich, I think she's good for reality TV, but she isn't meant for it, if that makes sense. No, that's exactly what we're saying the exact same thing. The exact same thing. I think that she actually would have been reality TV gold, but in the moment that she's in, she's not in a place for it. She's not meant for it. I think she needs to do some more work, if that makes sense. So I agree with you 100%. Like Mary, yeah. To be honest, I think Mary was even a little bit more ready for reality TV than Quiana was. But the same way, it's that guardedness. Like, they are reality TV gold, but there's just that one disconnect. It's like an inch of disconnect. Like, there's just something not clicking for it. 100%. 100%. All right, you guys, we have been on for over 45 minutes. So if you're having fun, if you're having a good kiki, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with a friend. And let me know in the comment box, what do you think about Quiana? What do you think the real reason is why she's not coming back to season 2? And do you even want her back? What did you think about selling, not selling Tampa? What did you think about Ladies Who List? Like, do you even want a second season? Because I'm not sure that we really need one. Not to diss the ladies, but I don't know. We gotta jazz it up. But let me know what you guys think. Wanda says, oh, Quiana names 4 businesses on her YouTube. Wanda, you're gonna have me. You're gonna have me be mean, and I don't want to be mean. But I will say this, okay? I will say this. I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but that reminds me of, like, in Rock With Me, I'm only saying this is a good kiki. Simon Gubadier. Remember when he had, like, 15 businesses, and all of them were inactive and not real? And the only reason why I say that, and again, I'm not trying to be a hater, I'm not trying to be mean, is on the show, we only saw the one business. On the show, did she talk about any other businesses? And on the YouTube, are those businesses active? But I will say this, I hope that they are. I hope that they are real businesses. I hope they're all successful, and I hope they are all active. I don't want her to think that she has to put up this front like she has all of these businesses in order to justify what she said. Because like I said before, one business is enough. You know, I think sometimes people think that they have to be this entrepreneur and have all of these hyphens and have 25 different businesses. But the truth is that one business is enough. And this is another thing, even if you had no business, you're still allowed to just say, you know what, this just isn't for me. So I hope those businesses are real and legit. I hope they're not like Whitney Rose and her fake skincare line, in my opinion, allegedly. I hope they're real businesses. And I'm actually rooting for Quiana. Like, it's like, yeah, I agree with the Young Rich. It's like she would be reality TV gold. There's just that disconnect there. So we'll see. Hey, Young Rich, where the hell is Bell Collective? I like Bell Collective. Let's do Bell Collective. I like that. Hey, Pam. She goes, I like Bell Collective too. Me too. It needs to come back. I want to see Bell Collective come back. Bell Collective was good. Oh, Candy, not Simon. I know. I know. See, Quiana, I say this with love and grace and just for Kiki. I'm not trying to knock you and your businesses. I really hope that they're real and they're thriving and they are amazing. And know that it is okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to open up. It's okay to admit that you're hurting, and it's okay to admit that you're just not in a good place. And I think we need everyone, but I think we also need more women, and Black women in particular, to let people in our stress and our pain and our hurt. It's like that whole strong Black woman trope. We got to let that go. You can be strong. You can be a businesswoman. You can do all of that stuff, but you're allowed to also be a human being and need help, need support, and slow down. Like, whether you have no business or 10 businesses, it is okay just to say, this wasn't what I thought I was signing up for. It really isn't for me, and walk away. You don't need all the other stuff. That makes sense. All right, you guys. Now I really am going to get out of here because I want to go enjoy the sun. All right, I love you guys. I love you, my beautiful candy cans. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share with a friend. And we will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Maybe we'll do Jersey, maybe we'll do the OC, maybe we'll do Miami, but we'll be back. We'll be doing something. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.